Hello, career designers. We are talking today about one of the major cruxes of career design. And this is, where I say where the rubber hits the road. And the reason why this is really important is it forces you to think through, what do you need to be happy and healthy, not only in your job and career, but in your life. And when I am working with clients, so often people will say, I can't choose. Like, all of these things are important to me. And when that happens, life chooses for you. I have also found that people can be pretty reactive, myself included, to the current situation that is making you unhappy, and that you focus on the opposite of whatever it is that's causing you misery in the moment without thinking about the entire picture. And this is where my career design studio, and specifically the activity My Career Design Priorities, are going to help you to be clear-headed about your next steps. So let us take a look and see what I'm talking about. So this is the Career Design Priorities activity in the napkin sketch. So this is the activity that happens after you've done a lot of your self-reflection, after you've thought about, your ideal day and what a balanced life looks like to you, and what are the elements of that you want to build your career on. And so the career design priorities help you to think through, okay, so here's all the things that I've said are essential to me. Now, of these, which are the things that I have to have versus what would be nice to have versus what is icing on the cake? And so for Career Design Essentials, we're only talking about the top 5. And again, these are the things that you've chosen are really important to you. And at the same time, very few jobs are going to give you all of what you want. That is just the nature of life. And so to go back to what I was saying before, like sometimes you might overcompensate for something that's not working right now. So let's say that one thing, you're in an environment that is very rigid and highly structured, and that you are just thinking, all right, what jobs give me freedom? What jobs, maybe, where I don't have a boss. And to be honest, this is one reason why a lot of people might start their own business, because they want to be in control of their schedule. And they think the only way that I can do that is to start my own business. And at the same time, that might not be what is most important to you. And here, when we put it into context, to be in a flexible and loosely structured job is really icing on the cake. And so you want to make sure that you're really thinking about this holistically. And so let's take a look at what this person has looked at. Something to encourages me to conceptualize new ideas, projects, or programs, is in a collaborative, supportive environment, allows me to learn and grow as a person, is financially rewarding, and is entrepreneurial. And so here we do have an idea of the types of things that are going to be useful going forward. And so in some ways that was a little bit of a bad example, because this person obviously wants to be in an entrepreneurial kind of situation. And so, but what this allows her to think through is, what kind of entrepreneurial situation is going to be a good fit for me? So encourages me to conceptualize new ideas, projects, or programs. That means a franchise is not what this person is going to thrive in, and is in a collaborative, supportive environment. So then wants to make sure that maybe they're not getting into a competitive industry. So the career design priorities, I think, is also a really useful activity to go through if you have no idea about what you want to do. And this is the part of career design that can often feel a little slow or counterintuitive, but is really important. So let me just stop sharing here. And what I mean is that when people have no idea about what they want to do, they don't know what's out there, they just know that what I've been doing all of my life is not working for me. And so there is a real drive to find out what it is. And what career design encourages you to do is to start with, what are the components that you need to be happy, healthy, and successful? And then once you've got your list of your career design priorities, then you can start showing this to people who might have a broader perspective than you have. Someone, or maybe not a broader perspective, but a completely different perspective. And so by knowing what's most important to you, you are able to then do strategic, targeted research to see what is going to be your best fit. And once you've got a couple of ideas, then you can explore and research a little bit more. Talk to people. And then get that understanding. Is this really what I think it is? Is this something that's going to be a good fit for me? So what I really encourage you to do when you're doing your career design is to not try to rush the process. Because honestly, if you go step by step, you'll get to that clarity sooner than if you try to push yourself forward. Because if you are trying to jump to, what is it that I want to do? What is a job title that's going to fit me? Get me that job right now. Then you're going to do what so many people do and overlook some of the things that are most important to you, and just go for what is easy or that drops in your lap. And then a year or two into that job, you realize you've got to start over again. So I really want to encourage you to focus on going through the process now, so that even if you go into a job where you're, a year or two, you're like, yeah, this isn't really the greatest fit for me, you can go back to your career design priorities and then very easily say, oh, well, obviously this job didn't fit here, or, oh, obviously I didn't include something that's really important, and now I know what that is. Sometimes you just have to get things through trial and error. And then you can make some adjustments. And sometimes it is not the job and not the organization. Sometimes it's your boss, or sometimes it is the organization if you did the same job someplace else. But what you've got to focus on is what fits what is most important to you. So good luck to everybody. Continue your career design, and please share with us anything that you've discovered about yourself that's going to help you create the future where you can really grow and thrive. Until next week, I will see you all then.